3 games the first 3 years, that didn't happen. This year, we were in every game, except for one. In the first game, the only game we weren't in, we had to start so slow, I think we would have been in that one too. And that meant a lot to our program. And about week 4 or 5, I felt like I started seeing our kids turn the corner in the type of program I thought we could have here. Yeah, we had 3 victories. They were nice victories. And I felt like we were right on the edge of having a lot more. And I couldn't say that last year. I couldn't say that the years past. I finally felt like the program started showing the progress I thought we were capable of doing. We had 2 huge wins against our biggest rivals, which is always fun because they can brag about that all year. Make fun of always practicing fun. And now we just got to find a way to beat Green County, and I think we'll really do some nice things. I've already had a lot of people come up and congratulate us on our season. I've had officials that just happen to recognize me come up and say how impressed they were about how better we were than we have been in the past years when they did to our games. And that says something. You know, those guys don't have to say that. The coaches around the conference are already talking about we are going to be someone that's going to have to be watched out for next year at the CIC. And that makes it fun. That makes it fun for me because it shows that these kids are starting to progress like I thought we would. But it also made a lot of fun for us. As coaches, we talked about it. We wanted to have a season. Not only did we get better, we had a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed this group. I enjoyed going out to practice every day, going in every game. It just made it fun because these guys worked so hard. And it means a lot to me as a coach. And I know it means a lot to them that we were able to start to do some things and stay in some ball games. Okay, some of the losses we had were tougher to take because we're right there. 2 or 3 plays, a lot of games, and who knows what we could have done. And that's part of our growing up as a team. While we do have a nice group of seniors, we also played a lot of young guys, and a lot of them had to grow up a little faster than maybe they were ready for. And by the time we got into the last weeks of the season, we really started to look like football. So it was an exciting season for me. It's exciting to see what we can do down the horizon. Hopefully you all had a chance to get one of these flyers. It does have a lot of information in as far as, and I'm sure I misspelled someone's name in there, so I apologize. I'm not the greatest typist in the world. But it does have a lot of people on the back page I'd like to thank. I don't think people realize how much it takes to put into a football program. It doesn't start in August. It starting next week. I've got to start getting things ready for next year. This has a nice list of people. I know I left some people off, so I do apologize. Just some people. First off, I'd like to thank the parents for the dinner tonight. They did a lot of neat stuff this year. They wanted to do more stuff, and for me, it's hard for me to say no because, you know, and then you get to stand and try to write it with you. First off, any comments here? No. All right. Chelsea Copeland. Zach Embry. Jordan Harmon. Next is Michael Chester. Derek Johnson. Justin Liebrock. Next is Quinn Pickett. Next is Drake Sayre. Next is Jesse Slavin. Josh Snodgrass. Derek Thompson. Josh Whitehair. guys who aren't here, like I said, line's getting nice and big. Our younger kids have stepped up. All these guys played a major role in this program, and it means a lot to me to see guys' size, guys' talent, and this was a great class for me this year to see some of these young guys step up that, you know, kind of surprised me a little bit. And that means a lot when guys do that. I like to put it in their hands and do a wonderful job. I want to thank all of you guys very much. Next is our junior class. The junior class is a little smaller, but we find out all these guys also did wonderful things for this year. First one is Chris Ashby. Next is our most valuable defensive back. He led us in interceptions by the time. The second on the team in tackles, and that was Mark Lane. Valuable defensive linemen. Defensive linemen includes our middle linebackers to all the defensive linemen, and led our team in tackles for the third year, and also set the school record for tackles and solos down the rifles. And our most valuable offensive lineman, don't have any stats with mine, we don't get too many stats, but like I've already said, had a wonderful year for us, not only from a lineman standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint, I'll put it up. While these guys are up here, I'm also going to hand out our captain awards, because also the captain awards are voted on by the players. I let them decide who your leaders are going to be, and I think that's the best way to do it. That's the guys they want to follow when we go against tough. When we have to go through drills, when it's hot, when we're tired. We had three captains. First off, one of our captains is Cody Young. Our second senior captain was Brian Fuller. And our junior captain, who will be leading us hopefully next year, and that's Henry Blunt. Young men that the players voted on, not only from a leadership standpoint, but also on their success during the season. So thank you very much. King of the Pride Award is a little award we give every Monday to Tuesday. We give out a team award for, we give 5 of them, honoring captain for the next game, offense, defense, special teams, and practice. And whoever excelled in those areas will be 5 different people possibly that can get the award. At the end of the year, I add up who had the most votes. So it's who had the most leading kind of King of the Pride awards, and I give them a team King of the Pride award and a little bubble medal, like all of it. And this year, I think I remember I had 7, and that was Stuart Pierce. All right. Next, most improved. We actually decided to go most improved with 2 young gentlemen. First young gentleman, I think, if anything, is a role model for everybody else, how hard you can possibly work. Him and Brian had a nice competition. I wanted to see who was going to be the wicker most. And he had a chance to start for us. It was one of our best line without question. When we're watching films, we never bring his name up. And that's usually uncommon because we usually watch every little guy and every little thing going wrong. But amazing how much he improved from last year to this year, and was an anchor, is going to be the leader hopefully on next year's offensive line, and that's Matt Barnett. Another most improved, we've always said that we should never give most improved to a senior, and this young man proved us wrong, just because the difference between last year and this year was night and day. Not necessarily just because physically, although physically it was a huge difference, but also just everything he did. Last year he struggled, this year he was a dominant player for us. And never know what to expect out of these young men, but it shows what is capable if they just keep going after it. Like I said, I did not anticipate giving this to a senior, but when a young man improves that much, both physically and mentally, and attitude-wise, it's hard not to recognize him, and that was Matt Rickman. And our third team award is our most valuable player. This one was not a hard one to choose. I think anytime a young man starts 4 years for you both ways and has the kind of seasons he's had, it's very difficult not to consider him most valuable. Not that the other players aren't, but you know, he owns most of the stat records, or he's in the top 10 almost all of them. You know, I don't know how many times he played hurt, but I don't know how many times he didn't. Either he was seriously hurt or just, you know, was hobbling for the heck of it or something. But was a great leader for our young men. You know, lived in the weight room, did what he needed to do, went to camp, did a lot of things that made him a very special young man that was right. Coach get to do that, but so it's a chance for the other coaches to recognize what we've done as a team. We had 3 guys get honorable mention. First off, the defensive back, Mark Lang. Outside linebacker, defensive end was Stuart Pierce. Cody Doan. One of them's playing for the semi-state this coming Friday, so it's difficult to get guys on the first team, but now that we're starting to have success, you're going to see more and more guys hopefully standing up here because teams are recognizing that. First off, one all-conference selection, Leonard Teeth is conference third. This is his 3rd year's all-conference, and again, had another, I believe, another half yard to full yard. Conference was either leading or second in the conference in tackles. Also had another great year. I thought was one of the top defensive players.